Hi guys, it's the Forgetful Scholar, and we're here with the This or That Tag Romance edition. I got tagged by Brandy Reeds, and I just adore her, so that was really nice. So here we go. Okay, question number 1. Cliffhanger or HEA? And I totally didn't have to look up what HEA stands for. No, I'm a professional. Totally. HEA or Happily Ever After for me. 100%. 100%. Hardcover or paperback? That's tricky because I think hardcovers can be so pretty and so beautiful. Paperbacks are much more convenient. I will say the majority of my collection is paperback. So I guess I'll go with paperback. Okay, let's see. Angsty or Cutesy? Angsty. I know, right? Different. But yeah, I actually I think I like more the angst-driven than Cutesy, because Cutesy annoys me real quick. Like, you have to be careful with Cutesy, because Cutesy can get on my nerves like seconds. So, emotional rom-com. I know I picked Cutesy, Angsty for the one before, but I rather rom-com. I rather there be a little bit more comedy to it. And comedy doesn't necessarily antiquate with Cutesy. So I'm going to say rom-com over emotional. Because I do find a lot of emotional ones don't have an HEA. I love myself in HEA, so. Alright, standalones or series? Ooh, so this one's, honestly, okay. Most of the books I have and enjoyed are standalones. However, there have been some series that I love the series of, like Why Warren Griffin, 11 books. I loved every one of them. Snow and Winter. I really enjoyed those. But see, I think it depends on the B plot. Because if the B plot's interesting, I'll keep reading it. Like Why Bourne and Griffin, they were saving the world. Snow and Winter, a new murder of the week kind of thing. So I really like that. But then there's books like Protecting You by the Bailey brothers. I think Claire Kingsington or Kingsley. Couldn't stand it. Couldn't stand it. And that one was a cliffhanger. So the second book was the same couple. Couldn't stand it. Not going to read the second book. I might skip to the third, but I don't give a shit about that one. So I will say for the majority standalone, there are some standouts that I really enjoy series-wise. So, Booktok or Bookstagram? Bookstagram. I'd say Bookstagram. I don't post on either. I probably should, but I just don't. I've heard there's so much drama with Booktok, like so much drama, and guys, I have enough drama in my own life. I don't need to like be borrowing other people's drama. So I'm good on that. I'm good on that. People or objects on cover? People. I don't even think about this. People, come on, bring back the step backs. Let's go. All right. New release or backlist? Backlist. I'm a huge nerd. I love to see the progression of an author's voice throughout their body of work. So backlist, definitely. TBR or free-for-all? So TBR is to be read or free-for-all. Free-for-all. I have like a TBR that I'm like, okay, I'm totally gonna read those. I'm totally gonna go through it. I never do. Like, I plan to do TBR, but then it's always a free-for-all. So free-for-all. Like, good TBR intentions never follow through. Open or Fade to Black? Open. I mean, I will say, I think it was the Magic in Manhattan series. I didn't mind the Fade to Black because the couple, I just loved them so much. And I liked the environment and the story so much that it was fine. But for the most part, we are here for the smut. Give us the smut. Okay? All right. Open door. Let's go. Oh, I sound like a crazy person. Okay. Audiobook or ebook paperback? I can't do audiobooks. Ebook or paperback. Audiobooks for romance novels, I get like cringy and I can't do it. I've tried it, and those that do it you know, more power to you. I know they do it like twice the speed or whatever it is. More power to you. I just can't. Like, there's something, I get so embarrassed. I get so embarrassed. I get beet red. My toes curl in the bad way. I just can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. Kindle or not? Kindle. I mean, Kindle all the time. Matte or glossy? I don't really care either way, but I think matte, it does seem to last the rigors of time a little bit better, you know, book-wise. Buddy read or solo fly? Solo fly. Just like the TBR, I can't like promise a friend I'll read the same book with them because something will happen and my attention span's like that, and I'll be like, oh, but this book looks really good, I'm gonna read this one first. So, because I know myself enough to know that even if I plan to read this book, like the TBR shelf, it's just not gonna happen. Something's gonna happen and I'm gonna get distracted or whatever, or I'm gonna absolutely hate the book. You know, stuff like that. Small town or dark romance? That is a mood. Dark romance, I've been dipping my toe into it a little bit. That is a mood for me. I have to be in a certain mindset, and I have to know what I'm getting into before I get into it. So I will say small town. I do feel like the connotation for this is that small town is like boring, but I've read some really fascinating like mobsters in a small town, you know, criminal in a small, like some interesting things in a small town. So I'm gonna go with small town. Okay, new adult or adult? Adult. Keep going. Keep going. I read some interesting books that I was finding out new adult, but I found myself wondering like, when are they gonna fall in love? When's this gonna happen? I was like, oh, it's a new adult. Oh, right. Okay. So I just find myself kind of waiting for something that's not going to happen. Sprint read or marathon read a series? Also mood. I have to say probably marathon read a series over sprint read. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to have to go with that cuz again, my attention span's like, huh? Shiny? Is that something shiny? Ooh. You know, so I find myself, as another question below, I have to do kind of one book at a time or I'm never going to finish that book. So I would rather do a marathon read of that series than sprint read. You know what I mean? Just because I feel like for me, I might not ingest the whole book if I sprint read. You know what I mean? Okay, alpha or sweetheart hero? Ooh, that is a mood also. Because there's been times where the sweetheart hero I adore and the alpha I hate and vice versa. So I have to say that's a mood and depend on the writer, you know what I mean? Because I think that the writer is good enough that no matter what archetype the guy is, you like, you know, because you want to root for them. So I will have to say the mood. The majority of my books are alpha, but not like recent connotations of alpha, but like historical alpha male kind of things, like dukes or pirates, you know what I mean? Or knights, things like that. Contemporary alpha males. Ooh, the majority of those I don't like. Because it's just like, man, I would pepper spray you right in the face. Yeah. So contemporary, probably sweetheart hero. Historical, give me the alpha males. I know it's supposed to be this or that, and I'm not usually a middle of the road person, but here you go. For that, I am. Okay. Multiple books or once at a time? Once at a time. Again, my attention span, I can't do multiple books. I'll just forget that I was reading that one and continue on with the second one. There's a reason my name is Forgetful Scholar. Yeah, guys, it's a reason. There's a big reason. Baddie or Damsel in Distress Heroine? Okay, give me a baddie. But, when I hear Damsel in Distress Heroine, I think of the ones that are like, oh, I'm locked in a room. Oh, help me, help me. Like, they don't try to help themselves. They don't try to find a way out. They just expect the male hero to do everything. I don't like those at all. But there have been some, especially historical, where it makes sense where the woman can't like kick the guy's ass, but they're strong in different ways. Because strength isn't always physical strength. You know, there's always emotional strength, intelligence, things like that. So a baddie, but the baddie has a big spectrum for me. You know what I mean? She could be a badass martial artist, or she could be just like really strong and stand up to her family pressure in a time where that was like unheard of. You know, things like that. So give me that. I love a well-rounded, strong female character. Unfortunately, we don't get that a lot because apparently that is like so hard to do. I don't get that. I mean, more so in television and movies than in books, but still. I mean, come on. Come on. Slow burn or insta love? I'm going to go with slow burn because I like the journey. I want to fall in love with these guys, their couple. I want to root for them. I want to be their cheerleader. I want to be there for them. And if it's just insta love, then I'm like, oh, it's insta lust. You know? Okay, is this a romance novel or just a smut? Is it just porn or romance novel? You know what I mean? So I want it to be a romance. I want the richness of it. I want to follow their romance. I want to root for them. And I can't do that if they're like, I looked at them, I was instantly in love. No, you weren't, because that's not how that works. So great, you know, propagating some really harmful stereotypes there. Okay. I really got myself all worked up about that one. All right. So that's my tag for this and that romance edition. I'm not sure who I'm going to tag in the bottom. I'm not sure, but it'll be below. And Brandy Reeds tagged me and she's amazing. Thanks, you guys. I don't want to, but it's time for me to get back to real world. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye.